Hello everyone, I'm Rahalimus. Welcome back to Cat Detective Albert Wilde. I'm going to open this door.
A solid metal door and a combo lock. No one's getting at anything past this. I'll need the number for the keypad.
Keypad?
And I bet Manny the Mantis has it.
Yeah, what? I'm still stuck here, remember? What do you want? So you've got this mysterious item locked up behind a door? Yeah, what of it? Where do you think I was gonna put it? A safe? And ours is at the shop. I forgot the combination. Besides, this door's the real deal. Combo lock, dirty as heck. Ain't nothing getting through it. Please tell me you didn't forget the combination to the door as well. Oh no, that's an easy one. That's Uncle Lenny's birthday. June 6th, 1866. So, 6666. I can't tell if that's more or less ominous than the other number. Good old Uncle Lenny. He was a character. Too bad how his marriage ended. He got divorced. Like he got devoured. You know, praying mantis' mating works, right? Isn't that only in, Containment?
66. Done. And open.
Are you
Now to
serious?
see what's on the other side. The heck? Another door with another lock. Looks like this door is just as solid as the first one. As
You
is
have movie
another
sign?
lock. Guess I'm gonna need another passcode.
Author. Yeah, what? I'm still stuck here, remember? What do you want? Hey, what gives? There's another door behind the door. Oh, right, yeah. I like his little hat. I sometimes forget about that one. Great. Well, sometimes I forget to remove my drink glass from my desk. Alright, don't get your catgut in a twist. It's just extra precaution. Okay, so what's the new passcode? 8484, the summer of 84. A special day for my parents. Oh, like the day your mom and your dad? Actually, it was when my mom ate my dad. It was very romantic. I defer to your expertise on bringing romance. I swear if there's another door.
84. The summer of Mantis love and Mantis loss, I guess. There we go.
Damn
I'm
it!
gonna open this thing up and finally see what this thing is. Oh, come on.
Yeah, what? I'm still stuck here. Remember, what do you want? Oh, wait, can I just open it?
This is getting a little ridiculous. What needs this much security anyway? Man, even if this wasn't evidence for the case, I'd be curious and suspicious.
Now I can talk to him. Okay, that's it. Was with the doors. There's a third one in there. Yeah. So, see, my cousin Vinny had a door repair and installation shop. Since we're family, he gave me a special discount. 3 doors for the price of 1. And you decided to put all 3 doors in one place. Hey, where else would I put them down here in the sewers? Whatever. Passcode 1234. Let me guess, did your grandma swallow her second husband? No, I just blanked. I couldn't think of a number. That's that's the same number I have on my luggage.
Okay, 3's the charm, right? They always say things come in 3s. That's why you always succeed on the 3rd try. 3's the nice, dependable number. Speaking of dependable numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That's my luggage combination.
Dad! You can't make my jokes for me.
Alright, here we go.
What?
I hate my job sometimes. A 4th door.
Dun 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 dun.
You have to be kidding me. This has to be a joke. But nope, it's real. Gotta get that strong security in there somehow, huh? Another big, solid, heavy door. You know, just like all the other doors. And let me guess, I try the handle, it's locked. It needs another key code too. You know what? I'm not gonna argue. A 4 you have is but no got it. Another and let you know what?
Well, I thought he was gonna try it and it was gonna be unlocked. Annie! Yeah, what? I'm still stuck here. Remember what you want. 4 doors! There are 4 lights! I thought you said your cousin sold you 3 doors for the price of 1. Then he threw in an extra one as a freebie to family. I am this close to smashing your glass with a hammer. It's the last one, I swear. I just wanted to be sure this thing was safe. Fine. Passcode now. Oh, there is no passcode. I was right. Yeah, the last one doesn't actually have a locking mechanic. Why not? Hey, Benny wasn't that generous with his freebies.
I don't believe him. I don't believe that this is actually unlocked. I don't believe that the last door in this ridiculous setup would be completely unlocked. You know what? I'm not gonna argue or question anything at this point.
Ooh, a collar.
What is that? A bracelet? Why is it so small? No. It's a collar, and not the kinky fun kind. At least I hope not, with one that small. This was on the body, but why would someone steal it? And why would the Crocodile Tear Gang keep it locked up so tightly?
Are you done monologuing yet? Bring the collar in here and I'll explain.
The feline foe.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Hello? Cat? Crap. Now we're gonna get out of here. Well, now you save.
Whoa. Okay. That was weird. Is weird. Weirdness is definitely happening. Either I inhaled a bit too much crocodile moonshine while I was down in the sewer, or grabbing that collar sent me somewhere I've never ever seen before.
It's called an ocean.
Looks very nice, to be honest. I like the view. I feel drawn here, somehow. But there's no time for sightseeing. I've got a mystery to solve. More than one, really. And besides, I've got things I have to find. Answers, clues, a way back to my car. And of course, the most important, urgent thing I have to find right now. A bathroom. I forgot to go to the little box room before leaving the house. What's that shop? Out of time clock repairs. Maybe they've got what I need. Even if it's just a corner to do business in.
Door. Hello? Welcome. You're late. I am? I didn't know I was supposed to be here. Well, you were. About time. Okay. Anyway, I was wondering if I could use your phone to call for a ride. And, can I also borrow the key for your employee bathroom? I have to leave a deposit. Here's the key. Door's over there. Go save the world. Wait, save the world? I mean, it's a pretty big deposit, not gonna lie, but it's not that big. Hello? Context, please? Or, maybe a name or something? Are you still here? Door's over there. Right, confusion can wait. I have an urgent deposit to make. Tick-tock, cuckoo-clock.
Hey, this isn't the employee bathroom. Either that, or these are those weird modern European toilets I keep hearing about.
Instructions for interdimensional quantum zapping electrical relocation operation. IQ 0. Manual. This package includes one receiver and one teleporter. Object charged with quantum particles not included. Step 1. Insert object charged with quantum particles, sold separately, into a receiver. Object will glow if compatible with IQ 0. Once object is placed, receiver will activate automatically. Object will be prepared for use in IQ 0 device. Step 2. Step into the teleporter and activate the transport to object's current location via quantum physics. Please, just trust us on this. Warning, do not attempt to teleport when object is in the user's pocket. This risks a violent ejection of internal organs. Or worse, in particularly severe cases, ripping the user's dress trousers.
Well, that would be bad. I like these trousers. But what is all this about teleporters and quantum particles and stuff? No. Seriously, what is it about? I kinda glazed over it and forgot it as soon as I read it. And why is that collar I got off of Mantis glowing all of a sudden? Huh. Nothing happened. Maybe it needs to be prepped or something. Not that it would actually work, I'm sure.
Hey, sorry to bug you. I still need a bathroom, and that back room is not a bathroom. At least, I don't think it is. Okay, so what is it then? What the heck is going on back there? Read the instructions. Not exactly what I had in mind for some nice light bathroom reading while I do my business. So, what's your name anyway? Who are you? Would it help if I asked who are you? No, it wouldn't. What is this place? How do I get here? Is there a train back into the city? Because I have places to be. You don't talk much, do you? Nope. I'm sorry, could you clarify that bit about saving the world? I mean, if it's that important, you think there'd be really clear instructions. There were clear instructions. Clear to you, maybe. Anything else you can tell me? I mean, if it's that important, you think that'd be real. Oh. Wait. Huh? So, what's up with the back room anyway? The instructions to clear everything up. Well, they didn't. They really, really didn't. Good talk. Glad we chatted. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Wouldn't want the world to say anything to interrupt your whatever you're doing. Good. See, is there anything out here to examine? Oh, no.
This is not a walking distance.
Ooh, hello.
Quantum charge receiver. This is either that weird device or a very fancy name for a toilet. I should test it out before squatting in it. This collar looks like it'd fit nicely, not like it's important evidence or anything. So, if those instructions were right, this collar's now paired with this teleporter or something. But who cares? It stopped glowing. This is a ripoff. Guess I'll hang on to it. Even if it's less cool. Still, at least I didn't try and use that machine as a toilet. Having that happen to my butt would be even less cool. On the other hand, at least I'd have, gotten to go. I guess teleporting to the collar's location is less impressive if the collar's currently in my pocket. Although, I bet it would look kind of funny. Either that or turn me inside out. Maybe I better not chance it.
Yeah, I already read this. Clack, 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 clack. Okay, I did it. By it, I mean pairing the collar to the machine, not, going to the bathroom. Which I still need to do, by the way. Rather urgently. Right. Well, I don't know what all this was about. Yes, you do. As in the instructions. Expect me to remember that? That was a whole 2 minutes ago. All I know is I did something with the collar, and now you can teleport to wherever the collar is. Wait, you're for real? You're not joking about this? Right, it's in the instructions. So can I use a teleport thing to teleport back to where I left my car? Is that where the collar currently is? Ah, good point. Well, in that case, I'm going to need two things from you if you want me to save the world or whatever. First, you need your phone so I can call a friend to come pick me up and take me back to the crime scene where I parked. Fine. And second, do you have a potted plant you're not too fussy about? Because I have some urgent incoming fertilizer if you catch my drift.
Well, I got to go. And then, I got to go back. Well, this case sure has taken a turn for the strange. There's absolutely nothing normal about any of this.
You alright back there, sweetie? Feel free to shove little Sammy's boosted seat out of the way. Will do, thanks.
Okay, almost nothing normal about any of this. What the hell is this collar? And why does it stink like my litter box after a bad night out? Okay, I suppose being kept in a sewer explains some of that, but still, what was that clock store I ended up at? Where did that machine come from? What did the Crocodile Gang have to do with any of this? What is this wet spot under my butt?
By the way, careful sitting on the right side. Poor little Susie had a bit of an accident this morning, if you catch my drift. Oh, right.
It's all connected to this case. I know it. I need to get back to the crime scene. Gotta ask Francis about this collar. Gotta tell Betty about what happened in the sewer. And most important of all...
Oh, no, wait. Susie had the accident on the left side. The right side is where little Tommy vomited.
I gotta get my car back. What the... I know I'd made some scathing remarks about how long the city PD took to finish investigating the scene. But I wasn't expecting them to take it to heart this much. That's the fastest I've seen a crime scene cleared since Don Capybara was totally not bribing the mayor. No siree. Either I've been gone longer than I thought, or something's fishy. And I don't mean my afternoon snack.
Eepo. You again. What do you want? The body of that cat. Is it already at the morgue? We were gonna take it there, but crematorium was closer. Gotta save gas these days, you dig? Wait, you cremated it already? Isn't there supposed to be, I don't know, an autopsy or something? Or at least someone poking the body with a stick? Yep, there was, sure was supposed to be. Okay, but where's the chalk outline? You know, for checking position and all that nerdy stuff. Hey, graffiti's illegal. Chief is serious about cleaning it up. Did you at least get a photo of the body before you took it away? I don't know, I'm sure someone did. Probably Betty. She's such a keener, that gal. By keener, you mean actually does her job? Pretty much. I mean, who does that? God. What happened? Where did everyone go? How long was I gone? A few hours, give or take. A few hours? And you finished investigating the crime scene in that time? I guess you could put it that way. What other way is there to put it? More like, we decided we didn't feel like investigating anymore, so we stopped. Pride of the city, you are. Betty wanted to stop? I mean, I know standing around is exhausting, but... she was the odd one out. Wanted to keep investigating for, I don't know, some reason. That reason being the thing I love about her. Trait she and I both share. A thirst for justice. Why, she sure picked the long line of work in that case. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. We're cops, not like we need to solve crime to get paid. That sure does like me a lot. Beg your pardon? Sorry, hairball. Fortunately, I do need to solve this crime to get paid, so... Can I at least look around, ask you a few questions? I suppose. Don't know why there has to be so much fuss, though. Not like anyone died. Well, they did, but still. Couldn't open the sewer grate again. Why not? Wait, you're the one who opened it the first time? How much it reeked up here? It's just public health. We sealed it off permanently. No more stink on our watch. I should have just closed the lid normally. Yeah, but this is where you get to claim more stuff on cleaning up the city. Well, could you help me open up the cover again at least? Can't. I'm on break. Okay, how about when you're not on break? Nope, then I'm off home for the night. Look, there's a gang hideout down there. Actual real criminals and everything. Sounds like too much work. Tell someone who cares, like Officer Betty. There's a bunch of broken glass on the ground here, wasn't there? Why'd you sweep it up? Safety hazard. Someone could cut their paw on one of those shards. Did you figure out where they came from? Failed attempt to put in a sky for a warehouse. Duh. The fragments look like they got blown out of something. Surely you traced them, dusted them for paw prints? Something? Ha, you're a funny guy. Betty says funny stuff like that too. Guess you must dig your sense of humor, huh? I wish. The leggy guy, Francis. Where's he? Dunno. The guy's here earlier, wasn't he? Yep, now he isn't. Funny how that works when you don't have any more questions for a witness, huh? Fair. So where can I find him? I assume you got a phone number or address? Some way to contact him if you had any follow-up questions? Oh yeah, that probably would have been a good idea now that you mention it. Oh boy. I want to check Betty, I suppose. She's always on top of that kind of thing. You know, actually talking to witnesses and stuff. You can hear the air whistling between his ears. Fine, can I talk to Betty then? Sounds like she has actual insight on the case. Actual brain cells. Yeah, the chief ordered her back to HQ to handle some urgent police business. Aha, you mean a live investigation that might blow this case wide open? Nah, he's got us shredding files and organizing the annual picnic. Important stuff. I want to talk to her, check her office back at HQ. Based on the second work the chief gave her, I'm thinking she should be there for the next, 7 years. Well, thanks for being utterly unhelpful. You're welcome. All part of your tax dollars at work. Shank you for a cotton swab.
Body's been removed, along with the jaunty little chalk outline they're supposed to draw around it. Floor's been wiped clean. Damn it, what am I supposed to crouch over looking pensive now? No respect for the art, I swear. You'd never know there was glass here. Looks as clean as after 6 hours of licking. Whoever's cleaning up this crime scene, they should be cleaning up the streets. Literally. They still haven't swept up the glass on the sidewalk from that time my client, helped me through that window.
Did not need to hear that.
Looks like the cops wanted to put a lid on the stink of corruption wafting off of this case. I mean, it was pretty stinky. Not gonna lie. Well, if I want to go ask the mantis about the collar, I guess I'll have to pop this open again and head down there.
Trying hard to open.
Whoa. Okay, new plan. I guess I'll not do any of that. Ugh. What did the cops do? Glue this lid on? Wait. That's exactly what they did. Huh. Betty might be terrible at hiding her secret passion for me. But one thing she's not terrible at is her job. She's vaguely passable at it, which is better than most animals with a badge in this city. If any of the cops can be useful, it's her. If nothing else, I know she won't turn a blind eye to crime on the streets.
But sir, we've barely even begun. I didn't even get to start knocking on doors and making myself obnoxious. No, not for the annual police ball fundraising. I'm asking about the loud noise last night. You know, from the case? If I could just... Sir, Look, never mind. How could it get any worse? What's up, doe eyes? I need to stop asking questions I don't want the answers to. I take it you're having trouble with the higher-ups? Not in the slightest. Come on, admit it. I bet you were worried about me when I vanished in the sewers for hours on end. Are you kidding? There's the one upside of the higher-ups deciding to glue the sewer lid shut on you. Speaking of, where have you been? You jumped down in the sewers hours ago. And... Wait, what? That was over here to him and colored like his line, but it's hers? Whatever. And you smell like it too. What happened? Oh, nothing much. Just found an entire criminal enterprise up in the sewers. How was your day? Oh, just peachy now that I'm dealing with... Wait, run that last bit by me again? Yep, there's a gang in the sewers. Too bad you didn't come down with me. You'd have made quite the sting. Like I said, I don't get paid enough to go sewer diving. I care about stopping crime, but a doe has limits and I had them on feces getting involved. Look, maybe you better start from the beginning. Walk me through what happened. Right, so I went down into the sewers. A few seconds after Albert's bizarre narration. Let me get this straight. You found a gang in a sewer that stole a collar from some mysterious woman. Now you can teleport to where the collar is. That's about the size of it. Well, it sounds unbelievable. I mean, have you ever heard anything so ridiculous? From you? Constantly. This isn't even the top 10 most ridiculous things you've ever said. Point is, what are you going to do now? I was thinking of taking the collar of Francis, seeing if he recognized it. Are you high on catnip? Can't just hand over evidence all dusty for properties and all that. Fair enough. Can you do that? Do I look like I can do that? I need to turn in as police evidence to get that sort of detailed analysis. And that'll help with the investigation? About that, you see, the case... Rabbit. The case is closed, is what I hope she's about to say. Chief! Chief, the uniform's making you look very tasty today. I'd be flattered if that weren't coming from a cat. I was just coming to tell Officer Betty one here one last time that if she insists on pursuing this ridiculous case any further, she's off the force for good. But, Chief... No buts. It's just an accidental death, a slip and a fall. I'm not about to waste time and resources on a mere accident. A mere accident for an unexplained body, imploded glass, and potential gang connections? What was that, Cat? Oh, nothing. Just one thing, the most important thing about the case by far. You be paying my reward money by cash or check? What? Why should I pay you anything? Well, I investigated and you cracked the case. You didn't say anything about them having to be related. Forget it. There's no case and there's no reward. Go back to your letter box and stay out of police business. Well, that's that. I suppose that you're done too now there's no money on the table. You kidding? Not a chance. I'm not giving up until I get to the bottom of this. What? But why? A good detective can't rest until all the confusion is swept aside and he can see the truth. But you're not a good detective. You're not even vaguely mediocre. My dad always told me never let a minor thing like skill or ability bog you down. Never mind that, Albert. Whatever your reasons, and whatever mixed opinions I have of you, I appreciate the fact you're willing to stick with this case and see it through when I can't. You can't give me any help at all. Nope, chief orders are very clear. I'm off this case for good and under orders not to bring it up again. So I can't help you. For example, I definitely can't tell you that someone ordered forensics to stop what they were doing. Or that what evidence we did get was stuck in a box in the police archive. Then why are you telling me? Oh, I get it. Took me a minute. That's one really tough code to break. Any other ways I cannot help you? I need to go interview Francis again, but don't know where he lives. Yes, well, it's a shame that I can't tell you about how I took down his details to follow up with them later. In fact, I wrote them down on a piece of paper here, but of course I can't show you that piece of paper, because that would be discussing the case. What a shame. Get off your desk without you noticing. Any other ways I cannot help you? Or can I take a look at the evidence you collected? I should probably submit this call as part of it. You know I can't discuss such things, so I absolutely cannot, under any circumstances, tell you that evidence is stored in the back rooms of police archives. In no way, shape, or form should you go talk to them, and definitely don't tell them I told you they're a bunch of pencil-pushing hard-asses. Right. I'll make sure to not tell them that. Anything else you find out about the case that you can't tell me? Anything about the body, the explosion, what Francis saw? Afraid I can't tell you anything you don't already know. So there is something. Yeah? No, that was genuine, not in code. Oh, man, this whole detectiving thing is hard. I think you've not helped me more than enough. It's not like I've got any leads to follow. Are you still talking, or are you actually that dumb? I like to leave things serious. Whatever. Just, if you're having trouble, come back here and I'll not help as best I can. Thanks, Betty. You're a doe. Brilliant observational skills as always. Still, good luck.
Our twinkle-toed witness didn't just see the body. He saw someone with the body. The same someone who Crocodile teared that collar from. I figure it's worth seeing if the sight or smell of the collar jogs his memory. Even if it's just enough for an interpretive dance number. Phew. The collar does stink, though. Like someone doused it in eau de sewer. Wait, that's just me, isn't it?
Detective, I didn't expect to see you again. Are you to show off another dance number? Afraid not, Francis. Dancing the same story is one thing, but investigating an unsolved case by dancing is beyond my skills. Wouldn't be so sure. Running around in circles, snatching at nothing is surprisingly easy to express in dance. Oh yeah? Now how about tell me the color of the victim's fur? Alright, I see your point. Fine. But I don't know what else I can help with beyond what I already told you. Okay, ask me your questions, Cat. So, you saw someone stealing from the body, then run into the sewer. Any other details you remember about them? Why, do you think I'm going to remember more now than when it was fresh in my mind? You never know. Sometimes it takes a while for the brain cells to get up to speed. Maybe if they're hog-tied and hobbling on crutches, you know, like yours. Ooh, burn! But now that you mention it, I remember a flash of white. Might have been their outfit. Or their Any chance this because you saw was a lady? Sorry, I didn't have time to ask. What if the dead body? I'd clock their gender as somewhat petite. You didn't see if they took off the body? No? Well, maybe? It was all in such a flurry I couldn't tell. At the middle in the planning stages of a fit. If I showed you that, do you think that might jog your memory? It might. Or it might bore me to tears. The universe is a mysterious and unknowable thing. Which coincidentally is the theme of my latest dance routine. Oh, I'm feeling inspired to move. Could the moving wait until after you've looked at the thing? Alright, Francis, I want to take you a look at this thing in my pocket. Is this a come-on? Because if it is, I'm beginning to see why Officer Betty said you were single. Nope, here it is. Don't mind the lint. I'm sure that won't come as a vital piece of evidence. Yeah, actually, now that I take a look at it, I think this is what the animal I saw took from the body. They're peeling it off its neck, I think. Excellent. Does it bring it all flooding back? Do you remember any thief? How they got this off the body? What they did immediately after? Did they give a full confession? Tell me every detail you remember from this. I just did. I saw them picking it up from the body, and then they booked it. That's it? Fiddlesticks. I thought that'd trigger a fully realized flashback, cinematic camera angles and everything. Whoa! Whew! Okay, two things I remember. I remember the smell. Yeah, sewers aren't exactly the most fragrant places, you know. Not that, well, yes, that too. I remember a strong smell before the thief ran into the sewers. Just got a whiff of it through the smell of concentrated poo. Now, this is gonna sound weird, but the smell was familiar. Tell me more about this smell. Can you smell it on this collar? The seeped miasma of sewage? Sure, can't you smell it? Let me see. Wait, I see what you mean. There's definitely something else there. Yeah, it's very familiar. I smelled this before somewhere. You have? What does it smell like to you? Difficult to pick out the nuances for the layers of literal crap. Hard to describe it, I'd probably describe it as... Oh my god. Which do I pick? A pineapple! A pineapple of 5 unwashed rhinos sat on it. And farted on it. What? Ridiculous. It has to be at least 6 rhinos. Either that or the sewage was burnt out of your nostrils. No, that's not quite right either. Maybe more like... an orange stuck up the rear end of an elderly turtle. Or 48 hours. Excuse me? You couldn't be more wrong. It's a tortoise, not a turtle. Wait, I got it. It's the ashtray of an elderly chain-smoking rhino. Been filled with ashtray of whiskey and orange juice. Close. I was thinking more like apple juice. What is going on here? No, pineapple juice. Yes, that's it exactly. Wow, how did you know? Because I know exactly which drink smells like this. The thief took this collar. Did you smell? Sure did, because I forgot the subsequent blast of sewer smell that came when they opened the lid. Try to remember. Did the smell come from the caller or from the thief? What, do you think I went up to him, shoved my beak in close and inhaled? Though I did get a pretty strong whiff as the thief passed me by. So, chances are the smell and the color came from the thief. Meaning either they spilled that drink on themselves, or they have that drink a lot. I suppose it must have reeked if it transferred to the collar. What, did they spill the drink on themselves? Either that or happens to be their favorite drink. You said you recognized the smell. So you're familiar with the drink it comes from? Is that what it is? I was trying my brain to think where I smelled it before. So it's what, a cocktail? Yes, and only one speakeasy in town serves a drink that smells and tastes like pineapple juice served in an elderly chain-smoking rhino's ashtray. Wait, you don't mean the back cover? The super secret speakeasy no one's supposed to know about? So you know about it? Of course, I go every week. Anybody knows about it. It's just that everybody who's nobody isn't supposed to know. Wait, then how did you know about it? Never mind that now. The point being that smell proves a connection to the back cover, and their house special. And it seemed a tragic lack of taste. Couldn't it be something classy like an old-fashioned? At least make it the ashtray of an elderly chain-smoking yak. I have to go. Where are you off to in such a hurry? I need to visit a certain bookstore downtown. Or rather, the super secret speakeasy in the back that no one's supposed to know about. I still can't believe you actually know about that place. Would they even let you in? Oh, I'm sure they will. It's already been a week since the incident, after all. They're probably over it by now. I hope. Whatever, I've got somewhere important to be. If we're done with questions... Thanks, Francis. That's on you, crazy diamond. Yeah, that's kind of why I need to get going. So if you gotta move on, bye.
I've never been one to play by the book. Mostly because I can barely read. But sometimes to solve a case, you've gotta play nice with the manimal. That's why I'm headed to the police archives. I want to lay my pretty eyes on what the cops actually found at the scene. Out what they were actually able to piece together for themselves. Which probably won't be much. Not like the police do much to solve crime in this city.
Yeah, no kidding. There's a big bump and a screen effects. Albert clearly ran over someone else again.
Which is a good thing, sometimes. Hope nobody noticed that.
Elephant! Welcome to the City PD Archives. Can I help you? Yes, I'm interested for evidence for a case I'm investigating. Boy, did you come to the wrong place. Wouldn't the police archives be the right place? You must be new. Expecting me to get out of my chair. Yeah, what do you want? What do you mean came to the wrong place? All case evidence is filed here, right? Filed? Sure. What's that supposed to mean? See this trunk? Means I never forget. Means the police department can scrimp on actually maintaining a functional filing system for everything. Because everything just gets shoved in the back and locked away while I retain all the important info. Saves them a whole $1. Okay. Well then, if you remember everything, then maybe you could remember the case of the strange cat body that happened the other night. Doesn't ring a bell. This happened literally less than 48 hours ago. What happened to the trunk meaning you never forget? I took trunk and answers. Can I at least go into the back to check the archives myself? I don't mind doing a job for it. I mean, don't mind checking for myself. Nah. Could you be a bit more specific? Nah, as in I'm forbidden? Nah, as in I need permission? Nah, and you can't be bothered to get out of your chair and open the door? Nah, and the only people out back there are the ones dropping off evidence. Well, and that last thing you said, too. Only drop-offs? What about when someone in your department wants to take another look at things to try and crack the case? You realize that never, ever happens, right? Fair. So the only time anyone goes back there is to drop off evidence? On a totally unrelated and casual note. If I had evidence for a case, how would I submit it? You'd follow the procedure. And what's the procedure? I forget. You're really bad at the whole elephant thing, huh? Geez, calm down. No need to get hot under the collar. I'm not. Wait, under the collar, did you say? I've got some evidence for an ongoing case burning a hole in my fur. Can I give it to you, or... Oh, wait, I just remembered the procedure. And the evidence has got to be properly bagged, wrapped, whatever. Can't just take it as is. There's a wrapping station over there. We're using it for the annual Christmas wrapping charity drive. We're in 1 whole quarter. Thanks for your help. Whatever. Bye. And he gracefully wrapped the collar. Yeah, what do you want? Okay, I've wrapped the evidence like you requested. Now if you could take it and file it under the warehouse cat corpse case. Hold on, I just remembered another part of the procedure. Why don't it have to be wrapped up? Because it protects the integrity of the physical evidence? That's because it has to be submitted by registered mail or courier. Make sure it gets to us safely. But I'm standing right here, ready to enter the evidence. How much more safely is it going to get to you than that? I mean, you never know. I could drop it in my coffee or something. What the flying hell is this? Besides, I don't feel like working right now. Get a courier to bring it by later. Thanks for your help. Yeah, bye.
I'm headed to the front cover. A little independent bookstore with one heck of a secret in the back. See, it's a joke. The super secret speakeasy is called the back cover. It's hidden in the back of the store. And look, it was funnier in my head, all right? Wait, this is my head. Anyway, there's only one drink in this town that smells like the ashtray of an elderly, chain-smoking rhino filled with whiskey and orange juice. Only one drink, served by only this one speakeasy. And as far as I know, only ordered by one particular regular. I always liked this bookstore. It's cozy, welcoming.
I say, old chap. What are you doing here? Weren't you kicked out of the back room? Hey, can I look for some reading material? Of course, old chap. Given your track record, might I recommend some of our guides on DIY repair and legal defense? Either way, suit yourself. What happened in the back room doesn't concern me. Well, unless that's to do with how many copies of The Invisible Monkey we have back there. If you want to get in, talk to Sergey. I'm afraid you may not get far with him without the new password. Or an abject apology. Yes, I know. Why can't I go to some of these places? Wait, it just... Oh, there we go. Oh, things are freaking out. What's going on here? Oh, well, I figure this out. I'm gonna end it here since it's about that time anyway. But I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.